No Logo by Naomi Klein was written in 1999. Be aware of private interests, including the public sphere. We are citizens, not consumers. When we lack the ability to talk back to entities that are culturally and politically powerful, the very foundation of free speech and democratic society are called into question. They were angry that aides were creeping into cafeterias, common rooms, even washroom, that their schools were driving into exclusive distribution deals with soft drink companies and computer manufacturers, and that academic studies were starting to look more and more like market research. The book was a bestseller in 28 languages, and it is often said to have helped politicize a generation, one that baby boomers had criticized for having a little social conscience. In reality, the author likes to point out it was the older generation who have sold out. The wealth and comfort of the rich world have long been supported by the third world, the author admits, but historically poor countries tended to be exporters of raw material, commodities, or unfinished goods. But in the 1990, workers in Indonesia, Vietnam, and elsewhere were putting together for a branded product, from Nike shoes to Barbie dolls to Apple computers, that would then be sold at massive marks up. The higher prices were not justified by the raw materials needed to make these products, and certainly not the labor involved, but by huge marketing budgets. In many parts of the world, the author argues the previous colonial subjugation has been replaced by a corporate one called globalization. Globalization is not about capital transcending of international borders, but must also come to mean a sense of global citizenship and global rights, with greater emphasis on the world markets for democracy, human rights, labor, and environmental policy. In other words, the left needs to own globalization as much as the right. Events such as the 14 suicides in 2012 at the Foxconn plant in China, which makes products for Apple, HP, Dell, Motorola, Nintendo, and Sony, and where workers are paid $1 to $2 an hour, should tell us that much of what author wrote about has changed little.